Hi friends, welcome back. We are in analyze phase and last week we completed correlation, and today I'll give you a brief about regression, and this is based on the Six Sigma Yellow Belt series. So let's start on regression. Before getting into what is regression, let me ask you a question. Suppose you are a restaurant manager and you normally observe a decrease in the customer satisfaction rating in summer seasons, and that is as compared with the winter season, right? Post asking few of the customers, you did a survey, you asked them why you gave the rating low, and few of the service team members, you assume the temperature of the air condition, which is set at normally 18 degrees centigrade throughout the day, has to do something with it, right? So you assume that the cause of customer satisfaction rating going low, one of the cause is or one of the cause can be the temperature of the room, the temperature of the sitting area, right? But since it is not changed throughout the day, the temperature of the AC is not changed throughout the day, right? The AC is set at 18 degree and throughout the day it is at 18 degrees, so it is not changed. Then what is the other reason which can have some impact? So it may happen that though the temperature is set at 18 degree, because of the atmospheric temperature changes throughout the day, and I am talking about some conditions in Asian countries where in few cities in India it goes up to even 48-49 degrees Celsius, right? So your hypothesis is, does the temperature of the room has a significant impact on the customer satisfaction rating, right? That's the question you're trying to evaluate. Now before we get into the next answer directly, let me give you a brief about what is regression. Regression, it's a statistical method that allows us to summarize and study relationships between two continuous variables. At Six Sigma Yellow Belt body of knowledge level, you don't need to get in depth into the calculations of regression. A fundamental knowledge of regression is enough for you. Now, one or more variables denoted by X here is regarded as the predictor, explanatory or independent variables. The other variables denoted by Y is regarded as the response, outcome or dependent variable, right? Let me take you back to Y equal to Fx, the fundamental theory behind Lean Six Sigma. We have an input, we have a process and we have an output, right? Now the temperature of the room is the input here, right? The process is the customer, the process of capturing the customer rating from the customer, that's the process, and the output is the customer ratings. Here we are calling temperature of the room or the input variable as predictor, explanatory or independent variables. On the other side, the output, which is customer rating, we are calling it response, outcome or dependent variable, right? So let me now take you to the data and we'll try to do something in Excel, right? So I have a data which I got from one of my databases, and where the room temperature is, these are the room temperature at different times of the day throughout the day, and all this time the AC was set at 18 degrees centigrade, right? There is a change because the outside atmospheric temperature is also changing, right? And hence the room temperature increases and there is a variance. The customer rating is for that time, what was the customer rating is given here, right? So this is for certain time of the day, and then whenever a customer gives rating, they measure what was the room temperature and they record the customer ID to cross check with what rating they have given. That's the process they adopted. Now if we go back to our presentation, we will see this in two ways, the answer. Let's try to find the answer first from a basic fundamental knowledge. assume you don't know anything about regression. So how would you do it? And then we will do it with Minitab and see what is the result, right? That will give you a clear picture whether it is fundamentally it is correct or not. So I have taken a pivot of this. If you want, I can show you. This is the way you can go to pivot, create a pivot here. Let me create a pivot in another sheet, new worksheet, right? So I have created a pivot here. I have taken the room temperature here, which is grouped, right? I have grouped all this room temperature by 1, so that I get what is the customer rating I have got from 22 to 23. When the temperature was set at, room temperature was at 22 to 23, what is the rating? Then what is the rating, and subsequently all these groupings I'll get, and then I'll put the customer rating. Let's see how many have, now let me take only count here. So the count, if you see, more or less each and every groupings we have fairly above 50, so we can consider this data for analysis. Right now this is sum of, consider the sum of customer rating, we don't need, we need the average of customer rating, right? And let me reduce it to 2 decimal for our better understanding, right? So now if you see here, the average customer rating when the temperature was 22 to 23, the average customer rating is 4.6, whereas when the temperature, room temperature was very high, 29 to 30, then the average is very, the average customer rating has also increased, but that's not what we assumed, right? It is giving us the opposite result what we thought initially. So let's try to do it in Minitab and see how, if we can get into some conclusion here. To do it in Minitab, first go to stat and then regression. Let's do a simple fitted line plot first and linear. Okay, so this is the temperature we have across, right? And this is the line, so it doesn't show anything. It is a slight inclination it is showing, but not much, right? So let me do a regression on this now and see if at all we can get anything. Customer rating, room temperature, then everything is set. Okay, so I'm right now if we see, okay, I think I had some earlier data. Let me delete everything and then we'll get into, yeah. So now if you see, the regression now shows the p-value as 0.46, which is significant enough, right? But in regression we also have to check what is the R-square value, right? The R-square value is 0.11, which is nothing. We just cannot consider anything 0.11. We need at least 90%. So our model does not fit well in this case, right? But the regression equation will show you customer rating equal to, there is a positive room temperature. That means there is a little significance, but since p-value is not, the R-square is not great here, we cannot consider this and we have to reject the null hypothesis, right? Now let me take you, though this is apart from regression, but let's go to fitted line plot now. And now let me select cubic. So the equation, I'm taking this to 3rd degree equation, and okay. Now if you see here, the R-square is increased marginally. Earlier it was in regression equation we saw 0.11, now it has increased to 1.0. And if you see, the customer rating has increased till 1 point and started decreasing and again has increased, right? So with this clearly suggests that the data may not be adequate, but at an understanding level, an Excel mean and standard deviation example cannot give you all these insights, right? So that's why it is important for all of us to understand the how you can use regression instead of just calculating the averages of everything and then getting into a decision, right? So that's it broadly. The next session we will have on hypothesis testing. This is a little complicated, but I'll try to make it as easier for you as I can. Thanks for watching, and do share and subscribe if you like it.